Wouldn't it be awesome working with big artists like Rick Ross, Russ, John Lucas, all while almost making $1 million off of selling type beats? My friend Dilly did all of that, and he's gonna tell us his most important lessons he learned from that, as well as giving us a look into his work. With this first streak, you can get almost anybody to open your mails.
On average, I get like 15 samples every 24 hours, so I don't check them out that often. You would have to say something crazy to catch my eye to get me to check it out on the first couple times. Like if you typed in, or if you like said in the subject, like Dilly got it bumping back home type loop, I'd be like, wait, what? Did someone really take the time to copy, to like model a sound and send something to me? And like, it's literally, you have to clickbait nowadays in people's emails.
Bro, but that's genius. And you can try this trick with anything on anyone. Just research a bit and then specifically make the email for the person. And next, Dilly is gonna give us an insight into his work, and we'll see what made his channel grow so big. This is the sample that Dilly used for this beat. And as you speak, you can get Dilly's latest pack, School Spirit, on our website right now.
So what I did is I take it, so it's 132 beats per minute, and then I took it up that's to get it to 166 beats per minute, which is a much more rappable tempo. The sample carries a lot, so start with the most basic hi-hats. You add rhythm by having it stop sometimes and like having gaps. But then like you fill that in with like the open hats. Basic trap snare for rhythm. Kick, so basic again, just all sound selection, which is like all BWB stuff. It just works. The sample came in and did its job, and it's like my job not to mess it up at this point.
Oh, those are some bars.
For the 808, so basic, just follows the kick. So in the B section, it's literally the same thing. I just took the lead vocal out. Just taking one main element out is gonna completely change the vibe. If you're doing beats to sell beats, you keep it simple, just like good sound selection. It's like good fundamentals and keep it simple. And then we come into a bit of a breakdown where I switched the 808 to a synth bass. Very basic, and it just like it follows the chords, and it also follows the pentatonic scale. But yeah, I take out the hi-hats, so then it slows down the pace for everything. So this is like section 3, and then just added a snap. And then I throw in just like this woo sound. It just creates like energy. It's just like a scream to create energy. And then I always do this on the intros of beats. One other thing is like the bass line, but like with this like synth bass with not a lot of low end.
Got it bumping.
Like I said earlier, if you have a quality sample, it's like you don't need to go crazy on the beat. You want to make it, you just want to make it hit hard. You want to give it rhythm, and you want to make it rappable. I think a lot of people get their ego involved, and I've done it. I've done that in the past of like, this needs to be the craziest beat of all time. And then at that point, you're making the beat about yourself. And then like, how do you expect other people to like it if you're making everything about yourself? Like, you need to make it about them.
What do you look for when you're sampling? Like, is there one thing when you hear it in the sample, you're like, that's it, I'm gonna flip that now?
It's not too complex. There's space for the artist, but it makes you feel something. I try to not analyze chords. I try to not analyze what melody did they do. I almost try to turn my brain off. I do my best to turn my brain off and just listen for feeling.
Now Dilly will share us a really important lesson: how to improve anything way quicker than usual.
Humbling yourself, and it's getting critical feedback, and it's like working in like groups like we work in for videos where someone's not gonna hold back. You don't want to just be roasted by anyone. You need to level up to the point where you can get in groups with people you respect. Take as much action as possible. Like sometimes like try to make 5 samples in a day, and it's okay if they suck. And be prepared to be roasted for them. And just do that every single day, and you'll get better.
And the next advice is really powerful if you don't just want to be good, don't just want to be average, but really break through the barrier.
Don't just blindly make samples either, or beats or whatever. Like, you need to expand your skill set in specific ways. For example, maybe you're studying 1970s like soul string patterns today, and then in like string sections, and so it's like you're trying to elevate your like string section skills today, and then tomorrow you're trying to figure out like bassline rhythms, what instruments did they play, and then the next day you're trying to figure out, okay, well, how did they voice piano chords, and that all just builds on each other, and that's why it takes time. That's why it takes like 10,000 hours. But you can't just be like, okay, I'm making a beat today, and just mindlessly make a beat, and then like you crank out 7 mindless beats, you didn't get any better. You're just gonna you'll start to improve, and you'll get to intermediate, and then you'll just kind of cap out, and you'll be like, why am I not getting better? It's because you're not seriously studying people that have done it better before you.
And Metro Boomin had some of the biggest hits of our generation. If you want to know why his drums sound so good, check out this video.